All right. Good morning, everyone. Thanks very much for carving time out this morning to join us for today's today's tech session with Quantum Accounting Associates. Ronay Hershey is here with us this morning to tell us what Quantum is all about, what they're up to, all those good, exciting things. If you haven't already, please go ahead and drop your intro into the chat because it's a short session this morning. We won't do round robin introductions, but you are welcome to take advantage of intros in the chat for any networking opportunities you may be interested in. Before I turn things over to Ronay, I do want to give a shout out to our investors that are either present with us on today's call already or will be joining us at some point in time during today's call. Select Medical, DQE Communications, and JMA Resources. If you represent one of those organizations, thank you, thank you, thank you for not only being here this morning, but for representing your organization and supporting the Tech Council and the great and wonderful programs that we're able to do like this. Surprisingly, that's all the words that I have this morning. I know it's a shock. I'm really sorry to disappoint everybody, but I am going to be quiet and turn things over to Ronay to get us going. So Ronay, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Alexis. Okay. Everybody see my screen?
It looks great.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I am honored and grateful to have you join me this morning on this beautiful Pennsylvania morning. And I'm Ronay Hershey. I'm the founder of Quantum Accounting Associates, and I'm going to just tell you a little bit about us. Um, The company was founded basically with the idea that small businesses should have the same advantages as large businesses, same knowledge capital advantages. So we're here to help people work through, small businesses work through that keeping, to help you from spending time, to help you spend more time with your family and friends. Small businesses face several disadvantages, such as limited financial resources and financial knowledge capital. They struggle to secure lines of credit and get capital because they don't know the rules of engagement. Therefore, the number one reason small businesses go out of business is cash flow. We can help with that. Limited human capital, the owner wears multiple hats and is usually wearing many outside of their knowledge and skill level. We can help with that. Regulatory and compliance burdens, especially in the accounting, finance, and tax area. Again, we can help with that. Technology gaps, especially in those in the accounting and finance software systems with reporting and dashboards. We also can help with that. So Tyler is also on the call today, and she is our Vice President of Accounting Services. So our vision at Quantum Accounting is to engage with business owners to help them gain clarity and confidence in their numbers by focusing on financials and forward momentum while becoming a go-to strategic ally with organizations who are determined to level up. So therefore helping you with your growth. Our mission is to empower those businesses with comprehensive accounting management solutions that drive success in the dynamic and evolving business environment with integrity and expertise. We aim to be that trusted partner that helps small businesses thrive, make informed decisions, and achieve their vision. So, oh, I went backwards instead of forwards. We provide solutions to your problems. So, examples of how we do some of these things. So we've recently met a young couple who bought a trucking company, and they're young. They're looking to live the American dream. They bought a company of their own. Young couple with a couple of kids. They bought it via stock purchase, and this was a couple of years ago. Immediately after the purchase, they decided they wanted to sell one of the trucks. They didn't need it. They were using the existing CPA from the previous business, and that CPA told them that they could not log the assets that were in the previous company as assets in their company. Reasons why they were not told. So when they sold this truck, that CPA told them that they had to log the proceeds from that truck as income. As you can imagine, semi trucks are very expensive, so they sold it for $190,000. That $190,000 logged as income went straight, a huge portion of that went straight to their bottom line. So, as a result of that, they ended up with a $60,000 tax liability on top of paying over $700,000 for that business that year. So now this couple is stuck with the payment of that business plus a tax liability that they're paying monthly on. So they went to the bank and they had also bought some other equipment to take the company in a different direction. So they had some pretty high interest loans. They went to a banker and they said, okay, what can we do about this? Can we reorganize some of this debt or look at some things a little bit differently? They bank looked at their situation and said, you need to go talk to quantum accounting. There's something wrong here. So they came to us, talked to us, and we said, yes, there's definitely something wrong here because your assets should have originally been logged at fair market value. This truck should have been logged. The sale should have been logged as after that fair market value as a capital gain, capital loss, or net. And you should not be paying a $60,000 bill to the IRS. So at this point in time, what we're trying to do is get that tax return amended for them, get rid of that tax bill, get them a tax credit, a refund for what they've already paid in, and set them straight and get them moving in a better direction. Another scenario that would give you an example. Another gentleman was referred to us by a business coach because his books were a bit of a mess, and the business coach could not help him because he had no numbers to really help him on his to help him with the situation that he was. That was this would help him solve the problem that he was in because he had several predatory loans and it was just a mess. So we fixed his books. Which allowed us to create a good set of financials, put together a set of financials with notes to the financials that helped him tell his story. This allowed us to take that booklet with his story in it, or essentially a business plan, to the bank, which got him a line of credit and a loan to help reorganize those predatory loans into a much lower interest rate loan. And that helped him grow his business. And today he is doing much better and being able to grow his business. So some of this are service offerings. We do bookkeeping. Within this bookkeeping realm, we offer full service accounting and bookkeeping solutions tailored to your needs. Day-to-day transaction recording, we ensure accurate and up-to-date financial records that enable you to make informed decisions. Within this bookkeeping service, we do use, from a tech perspective, we have been using AI for a very long time for a lot of the recurring lower level work. It has been working out well. It's not completely there yet, but it's getting there. We offer controller services. Controller services are monthly reconciliations and financial reporting services. They provide you with comprehensive insights into your business's financial health and performance. And within that, there's effectively we can offer cash flow management, which is essential for the success and stability of your business. We also offer fractional CFO services, which is more business strategy. For growth opportunities, pricing strategies, and other non-accounting aspects that impact your business's overall success. We can also help streamline your accounting procedures, implement financial systems, and establish effective internal controls. Software services, we can set up new accounting software. We also migrate existing accounting systems to new software or enhance existing accounting software to complement your current operations. So, for instance, if you are operating in a QuickBooks environment, we can help you add on other apps and things of that nature to help streamline and create efficiency and effectiveness within your organization, by adding those apps that will talk to QuickBooks for you. So essentially creating a mini ERP system, if you will. So are some of our values. Responsiveness is big for us. A lot of our current clients, this is one of the number one things that we hear back from them, that we are very responsive. We're a little old school in that respect. You reach out to us or send us an email, we respond pretty much right away. That's one of our things. We got it. You send us documents or something, we're going to let you know we got it. You send us a question. Even if we can't answer it right at that moment, we hear you. We're going to look into this. We're going to get back to you XYZ date. So that's one of the things that we find very important, that we let our clients know that we hear you. We just like to enhance that clarity and make sure that we let you know that we're focusing on you and we're listening to you. We feel that that is showing respect to our clients. Integrity in our world, number one. You have to have integrity through that communication, building trust, giving you confidence. And again, with accuracy, creates that level of success for you. Innovation, that is one of the things that we pride ourselves on, is making sure that we are up to date on the latest and greatest technology and trying to come up with unique ways, because each business is very different. We try to solve problems through innovation, to help you maximize efficiency and effectiveness, to create that level of productivity on the other end. Have a background in Lean Six Sigma and Six Sigma, and we are very into trying to mold all of that into everything that we do. Love collaboration as a team, even though we are completely remote and do not have a brick and mortar. Our team is constantly collaborating online, and we love collaborating with our clients, to try to solve problems and leverage opportunities for growth. Philanthropy, we feel that it is a very big deal to strengthen our community through servant leadership and passion projects. Tyler and I both sit on boards. I'm a breast cancer survivor, so big on that one, and firmly believe in mental health. So, and what makes us different? We use a lot of technology to streamline the bookkeeping process, and this allows us to spend a lot of our time on higher level services, doing a lot of financial analysis to help our clients make better decisions, helping them utilize and let the numbers speak to them, and teaching them how the numbers can speak to them and what they're telling them. We are remote, so we can pass some of the savings of that brick and mortar on to our clients. And we are software agnostic. It doesn't matter. If you understand accounting, we can understand the software. There's only several ways to do accounting. So the software really doesn't matter. If you understand accounting, the software, we'll figure it out. So why outsource? Cost savings is always the biggie. Outsourcing can reduce labor costs significantly. Companies can save money on salaries, benefits, training, and overhead expenses associated with an in-house accounting staff. Outsourcing firms often have lower labor costs due to economies of scale and may be located in regions with lower cost of living. We do have clients throughout the United States, so we are often coming in at a lower cost for a lot of those clients in different areas of the United States. Expertise and specialization. I mean, it's our job to be experts and specialize in certain areas. So outsourcing firms do specialize specifically in accounting and finance. We typically have teams of skilled professionals with expertise in various areas of accounting, including tax planning. Some have audit internally, financial reporting, sales tax, payroll, you name it. It improves accuracy and efficiency in financial operations. Focus on core competencies. By outsourcing accounting functions, businesses can free up their internal resources to focus on core competencies and strategic activities. Accounting professionals can concentrate on providing valuable financial insights and strategic advice to our clients, or our and not get bogged down, and the internal people don't have to get bogged down in those bookkeeping tasks. Scalability is a big one. Outsourcing allows businesses to scale their accounting operations up or down as needed, especially those seasonal companies. We have worked with a lot of seasonal companies, be it bars and restaurants, landscapers, things of that nature, that they scale up, they scale down, and their pricing can go with that. So during those busy periods, they're paying a little bit more, and during the not so busy periods, not so much. And sometimes, businesses go through ups and downs, recessions happen, things happen, and we can scale with that. Also, for smaller businesses, you might have one or two people on staff. If that person takes a leave of absence or that person gets sick, what do you do? There's nobody there to pick up that slack. We have a staff of about 8 people, plus we have partnerships in Israel and India that we can extend our workload. Access to advanced technology. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we're always investing in the latest accounting softwares and technology. It's our job. It's what we do. It leads to more efficient and accurate financial processes. We can leverage those technologies with easier than in other individual small businesses can, without significant upfront costs. And then there's risk mitigation. Separation of duties is a real thing. When you outsource internal to our organization, we have levels. If one person is doing accounts payable, they can't do accounts receivable. So we have those separation of duties, which decreases fraud. And then you have another level of oversight within our organization that a person's doing a review. So there's another person that comes in and reviews all of these other people's work. So you can't do that in a small business when you only have 1 or 2 people sitting in that seat. They're touching your money coming in, and they're touching your money going out. And there's a huge risk of fraud and error at that point in the game. And within our organization, you constantly have somebody looking over somebody else's work, or we have software also looking over over the work as well. And then there's the compliance pieces of individuals as you move through things, making sure that things are in compliance with tax and regulatory requirements. And then time savings. Outsourcing accounting tasks can save a significant amount of time for accounting professionals. This extra time can be used for strategic finance, client relationship management, or professional development. The downfalls of working from home. Loki, enough. Enhanced talent pool. Outsourcing allows for you to have tap into an enhanced talent pool. We are constantly upgrading our skill sets. So we are working with experts from everywhere to gain additional skill sets. Whereas sometimes when a person is working in a single business, um, and bookkeeping for that business or accounting for that business only, it's sort of the same experience year after year, over and over and over again. Whereas we're in multiple businesses, leveling up our skills and then taking extra training constantly over and over again to be able to offer those services and having different reference points from all over the place, and different size businesses. We work with businesses from about a half a million to 15 million, is really our gauge. So we have a vast amount of experience from that standpoint. Flexibility, outsourcing contracts can be tailored to specific needs of the business. You can choose which services to outsource. You can adjust the scope of work as circumstances change. And then enhanced reporting and analysis. We can provide robust reporting and analysis capabilities, which allows real-time financial data to be generated and have insightful reports for enhanced decision making. So it gives you a lot of advantages, and and you really have to dig in and ask those questions, to find these types of questions to make sure that you're finding a good outsource partner that's going to meet your goals, for specifically for what you need and what you're looking for, and to make sure that they have the capability and capacity, to be able to meet those. Or if you're starting at the lower level points of what you need a la carte, that the company can expand into what your future needs are going to be, so they are scalable into maybe those fractional CFO services that you might want to grow into. And that is us. So if you're ready to take the leap to outsource accounting, give us a call, and we would love to speak with you.
Thank you so much, Renee. And I learned things about quantum that I didn't know. So all good stuff, all good stuff. Let me take a moment to pause and see if there are any questions, any feedback while we have Renee's undivided attention. Any questions, anything that anybody would like to bring up or ask Renee, get Renee's feedback on while we have her.
And that was Loki and Veda making all the noise. They are my assistants, and they're quite chatty.
Office buddies. I love it.
Yes.
No, but I'm going to raise my hand I can't figure out how to virtually raise my hand on Zoom. So Renee, you might find this interesting. So I found it cool that you were talking about use of AI, that you're doing stuff with AI. Just an interesting tidbit that shocked me. I was at an event yesterday where I ran into you, and I was sitting beside two gentlemen from a competitor of yours that do the same type of business. I think you talked to them briefly.
Yes.
Maybe. All right. I asked them, tell me about your technology. First of all of their systems are proprietary, which I found interesting. I said, are you using AI? They are not using AI. I was shocked by that. And I told them, do you know what efficiencies you're losing out on, and the fact that you can't keep up with the Joneses if you don't start using AI? So just a tidbit and a little kudos that my ears perked up when you talked a little bit about your use of AI and the fact that you do leverage and optimize technology. Because I can tell you that company, they're going to fall by the wayside because they're not going to be able to keep up with you and others.
And ironically, we've been using it for about 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, I was so shocked to hear them say that they're not using it. But anyway, very nice presentation. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sue. Just a note, while everybody else is kind of percolating about questions, I will get a follow-up email out to everyone following today's session with Renee's direct contact information. So if you want to follow up with Renee or Tyler offline about any specific things that you heard or questions that you may have that may be better suited to a one-on-one or offline conversation, I get it. Accounting is one of those sticky subjects where sometimes people don't want to ask questions in a public forum, and I completely understand. So I'll get you that contact information. I'll also get you a link to the video recording that we're doing this morning in case you need to rewatch it or have somebody that you want to pass the link along to so that they can listen to what it is that Quantum can offer. It is a public video, so you're welcome to share that link out to anybody so that they can get in touch with Quantum, the Quantum team with any questions, concerns, needs for help. If they made sold a tractor trailer recently and find themselves in a similar pickle, maybe it'll resonate, right? You never know what people are going through. Let me be quiet for just another moment, see if we have any other questions or comments before I wrap us up and everybody can go about their day. All right, hearing nothing, seeing no hands up. Ronay, Tyler, thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you for educating us about the great work that you guys are doing in our backyards. It's mind-blowing on these today's tech sessions, to hear some things that are happening here locally with our trusted community members, right? We don't have to outsource to another state, another country to get our needs met. And Ronay, your presentation and what you guys are doing is a perfect example of that. So thank you for being here this morning, and thank you for doing what you're doing for our community. Thank you to our investors that dialed in this morning, and thank you to all of our attendees that joined us this morning as well. I know it's early on Friday Eve, so thank you for taking the time to come and join us this morning. I hope that everyone has a great rest of the day today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.